sure have. I wish we had no bid.
We're not down yet.
Gee whiz, what'd you leave that for?
Well, for goodness sakes, how was I supposed to know? I'll take that one. One more chicken ear down.
Well, gee whiz, what'd you leave that off for? Why'd you let it go?
For goodness sakes, how was I supposed to know? It doesn't matter. It's all over now. I don't want to hear another word about it.
Didn't you see what I threw off?
No.
Gee whiz. How about another one?
Well, actually, I've got to be getting along pretty soon.
Don't worry about Mary Lee. She won't be back for a while. She's at the library.
Edgar?
Well, actually, I do have to be getting along. I only dropped in for a minute. I've got an engagement.
Bet you're gonna date with Emma. Ten's got a girl. Ten's got a girl.
How about another hint?
Now, Dad, don't impose on poor Ted. Dad's like a mouse after cheese when it comes to cars.
Poor Mary Lee's gonna be home till later.
Edgar? Hello, dear.
Hello. Oh, why, Ted? I haven't seen you for ages. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right.
Well, I wish I would have known you were coming.
Don't worry, he can't stay long. He's gonna date with Emma.
And I do have to be getting along pretty soon.
Well, then don't let me. How is Emma?
Oh, she's all right. How's Tom?
Tom, oh, why that silly thing? I haven't heard from him for months. He's flunked out. Oh, Mom, I just had the most wonderful walk all by myself. The library was so stuffy, and I just felt like being alone. So I walked over the stars and thought,
About what?
well, nothing you could understand. I thought about, well, about life. And I walked down the fat little streets past the fat little houses where fat people were playing bridge.
Dad, that gets you.
I guess you don't think much of your old dad anymore, huh?
Daddy, I didn't mean you. I just meant all the ordinary people who go along without seeing life as it really is.
Like I said, I guess you and I are a pretty bad way, huh?
How about some more bridge?
But there, you see, you can't even talk about things without getting uncomfortable. What you realize that most people go their entire lives without ever seeing life as it really is. Their lives are just a sham. That's what Arnold says, and I agree with him.
Who's Arnold?
He's one of the interesting boys I know. He's got more brains than he writes. He's even had 2 or 3 poems in the college literary magazine.
Does he belong to Tom's fraternity?
No, he doesn't belong to any. He doesn't believe in them, and neither do I.
What? But I thought you said before.
Well, I know I did once, but I was only young then. But living in a sorority is like living in a little town. You always have to do what everybody else says, and you can never truly be yourself.
Well, Doug, I'd like to hear you talk like that.
Well, Daddy, if you just be honest, you and Mom go around doing the exact same things everyone else in town does, always pretending to be like your neighbors. Are you ever really yourself? No, you're not.
Sounds like a bunch of nonsense to me.
Of course, you'd say that. I completely expect it, considering where it's coming from. I'm going to ignore it, considering that right now you're just a little sawed-off savage, a little barbarian. But you can't help it. Some of us have more animal in us than others. Due to our geological ancestors. Of course, you'll may develop as you grow older, but right now, I'm so sorry for you.
A lot I care.
No, Doug, aren't you a little rough on him?
Daddy, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being frank. And while I'm at it, I might as well tell you what I'm going to do when I get out of college.
What are you going to do?
Promise you won't feel too badly?
Well, for goodness sakes, dear, what is it?
I'm going to New York, and I'm going to live on my own and be my own person.
Well, Doug, I thought you were going to get a teaching job near home.
Well-
I don't think you have to go to a big city all alone. Not at all.
Well, I know, Daddy, and I haven't wanted to disappoint you. Really, I haven't. But I thought it out with myself and thought it out, and I can't see any other way. Arnold and I talked about it for hours and hours, and we just drank coffee, and he said you owe it to yourself to go your own way.
Is Arnold going to New York?
Of course, he's got talent. There's nothing looking down here.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Well, Dad, don't get too worried. Mary Lee will get over this.
No, I won't, Mom. I'm no longer a child. I'm mature.
Mary Lee, what are you going to do? It's not too easy to get a job these days.
Well, why be so material? I'll wash dishes even, or cook. What would it matter so long as I'm really living?
What do you mean by really living?
Well, you know what I mean.
I don't know as I do.
Well, meeting interesting people. People who've really been places and done things. People, artists, writers who aren't conventional. Being free, eating in funny foreign little restaurants. Living living my own life the way I want to. I want to be like in the poem. I want to burn my candle at both ends. But oh, my friends and oh, my foes, it gives such a lovely light.
Daughter, I don't like to hear you talk like that.
Well, let's not cross our bridges before we come to them. Mary Lee isn't even done with school yet. Edgar, if you crack the nuts, I'll make the fudge.
Deal.
I guess I better go make sure that I'm right. I wish you could be satisfied with staying around home.
Didn't you say you were late? You'd better hurry off.
I'm going. Mary Lee, you know what I got a good mind to do to you?
What?
I got a good mind to take you right over my knee and spike you.
Well, you can't treat me like I'm an infant that easily because I'm not.
Well, it's just the same. That's what you need. I think it was mighty unkind of you to talk that way to your mother and father after all they've done for you.
You don't need to tell me all they've done. I know it and I appreciate it. But I've got my right to live my life the way I want to. I can't always be doing what they tell me to. I'm not going to grow older and settle down and never see anything. And I won't do it.
Well, I don't think living here is too bad.
Of course you don't. You and I just have different ideas about things. We just don't speak the same language. You don't understand me at all.
Maybe I do.
Oh, no, you don't. You're just perfectly contented to stay where you are, and you'll probably get married and settle down.
Maybe I will. And why shouldn't I?
Well, no reason at all, if that's what you want.
Don't you ever want to get married?
No. Well, not for a long time. I don't want to be tied down, darning the socks in, okay?
Well, what about this friend of yours? What about him?
Arnold,
Yeah.
we are just friends. Why are you so material? We understand each other. We read the same books. We have the same ideas about things.
Just kindred souls.
Yes, we are, and you don't need to be so superior either.
Well, you're the one who's acting superior, not me.
I am not.
Yes, you are, talking down to me like I'm some small-town hick marrying and settling down here.
That's what you said you were going to do.
And what if I do? That doesn't mean I can't read a good book if I want to, or listen to some good Victrola music, or travel once in a while. And not all interested people live in New York.
Suppose not, as long as Ella is here.
Emma's all right. She's got some sense anyhow.
And I suppose I don't. Why, you make me so furious. You're just so bullheaded. Well, you just better hurry up and go, and I never want to see you again. Just run off to your little Eva, and you can marry her for all I care.
Well, maybe I will.
Good, I hope you're happy.
Thanks, I think I will be.